So welcome to another episode of DevPlay from Crytek, and this one will be in English, so good for our English viewers, and the others hopefully will get it. And this time we're talking about VR and VR projects. This is why I'm holding this in my hand. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm Jan from Deck13.
Hello, my name is Rolf Nice from Back4 Games.
Hello, I'm David Bowman. I'm the Director of Production at Crytek Games.
Hi, Adrian from Black Forest Games.
So, and we have this here, which is a VR device from Oculus, and as you just told us, that's not the latest one, right?
No, this is a DK2. The DK2 has been available for over a year now, and is actually available, it was for sale for a while as well, so people could get it into their hands and try to develop with it much earlier. Now there's a EV1 and EV2, which are the versions just before the consumer versions.
And so, but this is what you're developing with, is this one?
This type of device, right. So it has two lenses that display directly to each eye. And that doesn't change. That's going to be in every device that you see.
And you got like the new ones
also? What we have now is much higher resolution.
And you have that in your studio?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. So we're working very closely with a couple of different partners in VR. With Oculus, we have a very close relationship, and so they're allowing us to have access to the hardware in order to make sure that we can make great content for that platform as soon as it's available for the consumer.
So as we're all developers in Germany, so of course we all like are very, very keen to see what we can do with this technology, but you are really like the leader in developing for these devices, and I think not only in Germany. I mean, we all like have our projects we just been talking about, so we're working on something, but you're more working on something. Maybe you can say something to that later, but you really have like really strong demos out there that people can play, and like you're like top notch.
Yeah, we've dedicated a significant portion of our team strength towards VR. We're still a traditional AAA development studio, so we have other projects that are under development. But we believe very, very strongly that VR is going to be one of the ways that people access entertainment in the future. And we think it's going to be a really exciting, one of the major ways, very, very soon. It's going to change not just games, but other forms of entertainment. Movies will change because of VR.
Yes.
I think that we'll also see businesses change in VR as well.
Entertainment,
absolutely.
So it feels a little bit like companies like ours. Of course, we do have like some running projects and stuff, and we're looking into that. But you're kind of, it feels like you're all in, So you're really trying to do anything.
We're a fairly large company, and we're a multinational company. So we have the luxury of having more people to work on different projects. But our team right now here in Frankfurt that is focused on our VR initiative. It's over 50 people.
Wow.
And so if you can imagine your team having 50 people to dedicate to it, and 50 people who are...
It's like all our people and maybe two more.
Exactly, exactly. And that's, we have, and they're supported by the infrastructure, where our audio department supports all of our projects, including our VR projects, our creative services. We have all these support staff as well.
Check out our audio episode where we also talk about VR at Crytek audio-wise.
Which is so important in VR. I mean, you guys must have seen this already.
I agree with this.
The audio is as essential a part of VR as the visual is.
Yes, it's one of the most important parts, as you said, because the visual is one thing and the audio is the other.
The moment you don't hear exactly what you expect to hear, you're pulled out of presence. You're no longer in that space. You're like, something's wrong. Yeah. And the moment they work seamlessly together, as long as they're working seamlessly together, you just believe it. You're there, which is it's fantastic. And our audio department is, we're learning a lot of lessons on what to do and what not to do, but they're fantastic. They've been able to do all of the work for both of our demos and also for our ongoing projects now.
And so like you're also starting a demo, and I think you're probably right now in this phase where you're like learning how to set it up and how to really create something gamey out of it, right? So what are your like experiences? What's
we're trying to learn. Rolf can tell later something about the tech side, but actually it is about immersion. VR is about immersion, and it's a very, very high degree of immersion. So everything that is not matches this top level of immersion that you got with VR just crashes the experience. If it's sound or if it's controls also.
Controls are a big part. Yeah.
So you have, it's like if you have a comic, you see a comic, and you have everything matches comic, you have one nice experience. But if you have a nice movie and then you have some bad comic pictures in it, it breaks your experience. And it's the same with VR. That's that high level of immersion you have, and then you have something that's just normal sound or standard controls. You just feel, okay, that's not working here.
You cannot have the audio be, it can be 360 audio this way and not be enough. It has to be spherical. Like when something's above me and behind me, it needs to sound like it's there. And so it's all new algorithms. And our engine is supporting that, the spherical sound system. That's one of the reasons. I won't go into the audio again because I know you guys talk to the audio guys, but it really does add to that moment. And again, every single thing that you do wrong, people notice right away.
Absolutely. And as you just mentioned, this spherical thing, I mean, it's just like really a spherical experience with everything
you are
together.
In it.
Yeah, and
it's
if
not
we take
coming
a look,
at you.
also we just see this in the trailer, but also, of course, people can really experience it. They can witness it. It is everywhere. I mean, that's a strong thing. It's not in front of you, so everything you build needs to be like really like a sphere and not like a linear experience. So when you created something like what we see here, maybe you can say what we see here. What project is it? How is it called?
Sure. This is Robinson the Journey, which is our first announced VR project. Robinson takes place on a planet where a young child has crashed on this planet, has been shipwrecked. And you are that child, and you are going to try to survive and explore and figure out how you can stay alive in this shipwreck situation. It's an interplanetary shipwreck based on Robinson Crusoe's experience, right? Yeah. And when you build that kind of scenery, like you're looking at this right now, this is it takes place in a world where we have to build the whole space around you. We can't have a bunch of flats. It's not like a stage where you put a scenery piece and if you look behind it you can see that it's not painted. Traditional games optimize all the time by making sure that you have scenery you never reach. Right? And then you just paint the front side of it and you just show the polys you need.
I mean, you even see that with 3D movies. You cannot do like painted backgrounds anymore, or it's like pre-rendered or whatever. It's not possible because it looks like really like a tapestry, And
as you were saying earlier, when something's wrong, the brain, even if your eyes don't, if your conscious brain, the front part of your head says, it looks good, but the back part's saying, no, it's wrong, it's wrong. And that ruins the feeling. And so it's really important to create an actual world. You have to put, if you want grass, if you want plants, if you want creatures, you have to put it all together.
So how does it feel then when you got the CryEngine doing it? Because I mean, if you
that's
say
a powerful tool.
it needs to look good and it needs to feel good, then
we're famous for pushing the edge of what you can do in technology. And that's why it's a good match for the CryEngine. And when we started trying to develop VR for the CryEngine, it wasn't to make projects. It was like, hey, we need to support this for other people. And so it was really, really important for us to see, can we get it technically right? And we started building it technically. But then we fell in love.
So for the people who want to experience just what you said, like this. Okay, wow, I got this whole thing coming together. It's one feeling. What can they see or download or look at right now? What can they already experience some part of it?
We just released our first demo, which was Back to Dinosaur Island. We didn't say Back to Dinosaur Island 1 because we didn't know we were doing Back to Dinosaur Island 2. That came later. We haven't released Back to Dinosaur Island 2 yet. That's in the future. But right now, Back to Dinosaur Island 1 Back to Dinosaur Island is available for download.
So. And they can like use their.
If you have a DK2, it's designed to work on DK2 and above. So if you happen to have a Crescent Bay, which was another developer kit that was issued, or the EV1s or 2s that are out. It will work on those.
And so everybody who's fortunate to have one of those devices can see it. All the others can take a look at the trailer and try to imagine how it will look when they finally get their hands on it.
I mean, we released a YouTube video of it, but this is the problem you all know. Right?
Yeah.
You can show people this.
You need to like really, see it.
You have to experience it, and so that's why we wanted to get it out until those people who do have DK2s can experience it.
Yeah. Are there any shows where you're showing it to the public or something? Or?
Oh, we've been showing. It's originally Back to Dinosaur Island was created for GDC. In 2000, the beginning of this year, in March. And then we did Back to Dinosaur Island 2 for E3. So we worked a team of about 18 people at that point, working for 3 months to do that demo. It was a technology demonstration, which would show you what you could do with the CryEngine in VR. But in the process of creating these 2 demos, we went, oh, we love this. So now we have full teams working on the project.
So that's great, and I think that was really, really a cool insight, and thanks a lot. And we're doing another episode with VR, so yeah, tell us what you think about this episode, and please stay tuned for the next, and thanks a lot for your attention.
Thanks.
Until next time.
See you soon.
See you soon.